I'm Emma, back again with another GODFORGE video. It's been a little while since I put out a video. That's because the last couple of weeks I've been traveling. I have been in Hong Kong and Japan with a little side day trip to Shenzhen in China. I've had a great time. I've been so busy. I kind of naively thought that I would film and put out videos while I was away. The reality ended up being that I filmed kind of some of my summons, but I just never had the time to edit. So basically, I have essentially like a whole bunch of disjointed bits of summon videos that I filmed while I was away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a little bit of a highlight reel of all the best bits I filmed while I was away. It's kind of a little bit of a mix of all of my summons, but also kind of ended up being a bit of a travel journey of where I was and what I was doing. So sometimes I'm just going to show like the legendary pulls and nothing else. And sometimes I'll include a little bit of conversation of what I was doing and what was going on. So it's going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of a video because it's all kind of bits and pieces, but there were some good bits in there. I had some interesting pulls. I do have a new hero locked in from what I had before, which is why we are hiding this, because no spoilers. So I'll roll the footage and then we'll have a little bit of a chat at the end about where we are and where we're hoping to go in the next couple of weeks. One thing that I will say that in the course of me filming this was when there were some releases of kind of kit changes, and for example, Quetz, who I had been hardcore hunting for, got, in some people's opinion, a little bit of a nerf. To me, that doesn't really matter because I have kind of been saying from the start that I'm going more on vibes than anything else. Like I want the hero that I love. And for me, these changes just kind of solidify that if you pick your hero based on the kit, you might end up disappointed because the kit could change after the minigame finishes. It could change during the course of the alpha. So if you pick someone based on what they do and that changes, you might end up disappointed or feeling like you made a wrong choice. But I feel like if you pick with your heart and you pick the champion that you think is cool, nice, you just like what they have going on, then even if the kit changes, you're still gonna love that hero. So for me, the changes that happened just kind of cemented that you really should pick the hero that you love the most. And for me, that is still Quetz. So that is who we have been hunting for. So do you think we got him? Do you think that's who we have hiding behind the GODFORGE logo? You'll just have to watch the video and see. Oh, I'm not going to make the title of this video related to Shamash again. Like, it's getting quite one-sided. Like, this is becoming like a Shamash account. But I cannot believe... actually, I can believe. We saw the stat in... I actually meant to talk about this. Simon's most recent video where he showed the stats of the most pulled legendary, Shamash being in the top. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've pulled 5. I've now pulled 5 Shamashes. That is... Okay. How many Shamash can we pull? Should I put a Shamash counter on my pulse videos from now on? I should just have like a little Shamash counter in the corner of all of my videos. But yeah, that is number 5. Okay. It is looking like we're Lamash 2. Okay. I don't think I would like... we're on the Quetzalcoatl. Always looking at the Quetzalcoatl. Okay. Lamash 2. Let's have a quick look. But I don't think I'm picking this over Metzley. Attacks one enemy 2 times. If the target is defeated, increases the damage of the next AoE attack by 50%. That's quite interesting. Attacks all enemies. If this ability defeats 3 or more enemies, resets its cooldown, increases its hero divinity by 200. Cooldown 5 turns. This relies... this only kind of works if you like pretty much one-shot a whole team, which is probably not something you're going to be doing very often in the early game. Like maybe in very early arena when you go up against like equally new teams. But I don't see this being useful in like PvE for a while. It might be. You have a legendary, you might be facing like really, really in the very, very early stages of campaign. Maybe you can one-shot some teams. But like as soon as you start to like get a little bit into the game, I feel like this is maybe only useful very early, and then when you get to a point of building like really well built enemies. So don't know if this will be useful at the start. I mean, obviously I want someone who will help me at the start, but can also work for progression. Like I don't really want someone who I have to leave and not really use much until the end game, but I also don't want someone who's going to fall off. Okay, so the passive. No, hang on. I haven't read the ultimate. Place attack up on this hero for 2 turns, then attacks all enemies. For each enemy already defeated, summons a demon of pestilence which explodes on impact, triggering soul eruption with a 50% chance of placing vulnerable. Increases damage inflicted. And acid on all enemies for 2 turns. Disable. Oh, okay. When this hero defeats an enemy, they explode, inflicting damage, 100% attack to all enemies, which ignores 100% defense but cannot be critical. Oh, I remember seeing this passive in the game, actually. There's so much going on here. Let me see. Cunning, Ecker, Slayer. This is quite interesting. I think I like Metzli more. Mostly just based on her vibes, and also because I feel like I would rather have a support. Unless I get like someone I really, really like, I feel like a support will be better because we will have other damage dealers. So I will summon again, and this is the last pull, so one final one here. Oh, I guess as far as Quetz or bust goes, this one has been a bust. The Shamash counter has ticked up. I don't think we're going to make a video without him at this point. I'm currently in Tokyo in Japan, and tomorrow we're going to Sao, which is like an onsen ski town. I haven't watched any recent videos, haven't been keeping up with any updates from Simon or the devs. I'm really living in a bubble until I get back. So I'm not going to spend any time talking about like the game or anything. I'm so out of the loop. I'm going to have to catch up when I get back home. For now, we're just going to rip these summons, try and get ourselves a Quetzalcoatl. Initially, I was very in a mindset of like, I'm just happy to get any legendary. And I was very happy with Metzli, who we got locked in right now. But as this has gone on, I've developed a bit of an obsession with obtaining the snake. As mentioned in other videos, I have been playing 2 accounts, one which I just pull every day and one where I save my shards for videos. On this one, I kind of quite late did purchase the premium membership because I just started to feel like I want to get every chance I can to get the snake, which was probably stupid to do as late as I did. Like I did it pretty much the day before Simon said on the main channel that they're going to turn membership off. So I might have been like the last person to get in and purchase the premium. But thanks to that, we have 600 pulls. We're hunting the snake. So without much further ado, let's just get cracking. Oh, it's a lot of, not a lot, okay, 2 epics. So I'm really hoping in this video that we see a lot of gold, but ideally like gold that we want. And at this point, pretty much the only one that we want is Quetzalcoatl. Like I've talked about this before, but I'm just really drawn to like a creature character or a monster character in games. Like, oh, Lamashtu. Okay, we're just going to skip on this because I read the kit last time and I'm just not interested. Also because I've been, especially now the last couple of days I've been in Tokyo, I've kind of put all the other games that I play aside and I have just played a bit of Pokemon Go. Yeah, Pokemon's kind of been the focus out of the games that I play. We went to the Pokemon Center yesterday and I bought this little guy, a little Togekiss, which is one that I've been wanting to get for a while. You might be able to see my child Ditto here in the background, which my partner won in a claw machine, which probably made it way more expensive than it would have been if we had bought that in the Pokemon Center. It's also like a little bit misshapen, but I love him. He's my beloved child. And especially so because it was a lot of hard work and effort to win him. I also spent like all of my life savings trying to win a different claw machine of a Fuecoco which is another Pokemon that I really like. And I spent every coin and every penny that I had. And, you know, it was so close. He was like bouncing off the edge several times, but never actually made it through. I'm just such like a sucker for gacha. Like, this is no wonder that I love these kind of games, because I love the claw machines. I love the little balls. When we were in Hong Kong, I was playing loads of them and I never won anything, because in Hong Kong they are like ridiculously difficult. But here in Tokyo, I've actually had a few little wins, including this guy, although that wasn't me. But yeah, they are a little bit easier to win in Tokyo than in Hong Kong. And I see a lot of, like, when I was getting lots of like travel recommendations for Tokyo before coming, I saw a lot of people putting on like Instagram reels like, oh, don't bother with the claw machines, they're a scam and a waste of money. But honestly, I've loved them since I was a child. And yeah, if there's anything I want to spend my money on in Tokyo, it's those. It's so much fun. Okay, we are almost down to 300. So we're almost down. This is this last one here. And then we're on 300. So that is the halfway point. And we have had one legendary. So yeah, another 300 to go. I'm kind of sad to see the minigame ending. Like, this is, it's kind of a relief in a way to just like lock in your choices and then be able to start preparing. Because so far I've been so focused on just kind of, first of all, like getting set up, making videos and learning how to do this. And then, you know, doing the summons and stuff. I feel like I haven't really had the time to learn and prepare myself for playing the game. So I'm really looking forward to, like, once I have my legendaries locked in, to like really learn about them, think about how I'm going to use them, and do a little bit of research in general to prepare myself for actually playing the game. Because again, this is something I mentioned in pretty much every video, but I didn't play the alpha. So I'm kind of coming in blind when early access launches. So I do want to take a little bit of time to kind of familiarize myself with people's experience of the alpha, what's expected to be different, what's kind of expected to be the same. There's so many things I kind of feel like I want to get a grasp on that's kind of differs between different games that I play. Like, is this a game where you really want to just like hold your summons for a while, just play with your starters for like a week or two and then just rip all the shards? Or is this a game where you can kind of just summon as you go at the start just to build up your initial roster? That's all things that I kind of haven't really got an idea on at the moment. So if anyone has any good sources or any good videos for kind of like beginner, like starting your account expectations, if anyone has like a good resource of like, this is the things that you should keep in mind when you come into the game for the first time, I would link them below. I would love to, like, I'm gonna look anyway, but if anyone has any like specific recommendations, that would be massively appreciated. Hello, I am coming to you from my phone today. I am currently in Sao Onsen in Yamagata, Japan. I'm here to be skiing and snowboarding, but I've woken up today feeling not super great. I'm a little bit ill. My throat hurts, so I'm not out skiing today like I'm meant to. I haven't left the house yet, and because of that, I feel a little bit sad, and I'm just going to rip some shards. So let's just go all blues. All right. Summon again. It would be so good if I could get myself a little snake while I'm on my sick bed in Japan. I'm gonna try and rest up for like a couple of hours and then go for a walk instead of skiing today. There's supposedly like a little very nice lake and waterfall nearby, so I'm gonna try and check that out today. 8 pulls and a wish for the Quetzalcoatl. Blue, 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 blue. I'm blue, dabby dee dabby die. I'm blue, 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 it's blue. Blue, 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 it's blue. Blue, 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 blue. This could be the... Oh, what was that? Oh. Wow. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's take a screenshot. Gonna do woo woo woo. What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What we gonna do? All right. I feel like Heimdall is the obvious choice here, right? Do I make a decision just on the fly here? I know if I go and ask Discord, everyone will be like, pick Heimdall. All right, okay, so we have Morgana Le Fay on the other one. I kind of probably already like Morgana more than Metzli because I think she seems a bit more fun. So Metzli's already kind of maybe not my top choice. Right, let's do it. Was that my last shard? No, 10 more. Okay, we have Heimdall. Heimdall on account number 1. And Morgana Le Fay on account number 2. And we got one more bunch of shards left to rip. Okay, that's it for today. Alright, that was a good session. Something happened. I've been stuck with Metzli for so long. Something has finally happened. So, coming to you from the future, from the editing room, there's a little bit of footage that I filmed that got corrupted, so I can't include it here. But just for the sake of consistency, I did some pulls where I actually pulled Metzli again, and then had second thoughts on my choice to keep Heimdall, because I felt a little bit like I kept Heimdall because that's what I think everyone else would have done. He's not a hero that I've ever personally felt a strong liking towards, so I felt like I was just making like the popular choice, not my own choice. So when Metzli came back again, I actually put her back in. So that's why in like the videos coming after this, Metzli's back, despite the fact that we chucked her out in the last bit. Okay, it's the next day. We have another 60. I'm just YOLOing as I go. Let's get a snake. 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 Hello, I am in Narita Airport. Can we get a lucky airport pull? Can we get something nice? Get a snake. Give me a snake. Snakey snake. It's probably quite... Oh! Fujin. We're in Japan and I got a Fujin. What does Fujin do? This is a bad time to do this. Bad time to pull my shards. I've been being told to go on the airplane. Oh, this is quite fun. You know what? I'm going to see it as faith that I'm in Japan and I got a Japanese hero. So we're just gonna keep him. We're just gonna do it. I feel like I have stopped caring that much about exactly what they do and just going off vibes. I think this guy's got pretty good vibes. Bye, Metzli. Let's do it. Woo! New hero in Japan. Alright, so I filmed my last video in Narita Airport in Japan. I'm now in Calgary Airport in Canada for our 9-hour layover. We had some luck in Japan. Can we have some luck in Canada? Let's see. Still after the good old snake. The snake is who we want. Blues, blues, blues. It's a blues party. Hercules. Ooh, I don't like him. He's got really bad vibes. He's got some proper douchebag vibes going on. I just had a quick read of the kit, and I think it's a no on Hercules. I don't think Like I'm saying, we're going on vibes these days. So I think we're just going to skip him and move on. So if you made it here through all of that slightly messy footage and sometimes very bad sound quality, thank you for watching and thank you for being interested in my GODFORGE journey. So as you have seen, we still have Fujin locked in. I do think he's a cool hero. I do like that he's a bit more on the monster creature side rather than just strictly human. And I do love that I pulled him literally as I was boarding the plane in Narita Airport about to leave Japan. It's almost like he's my last little souvenir that I got to bring home with me. So obviously still hunting for Quetzalcoatl. If I find Quetzalcoatl, I have other souvenirs that I love. Don't need him, but I think I'm pretty happy with this if this is who we end up with in the end. I think from what I've gathered, Raijin is kind of the more popular choice. If we pull him, then we might switch, but we'll see. We'll see what we have. We do have 60 pulls here just from the last day. So, I mean, why not? But yeah, let's see if we can end this video with something extra exciting. Blues. I'm sorry for all the singing in this video. I feel like when I was filming on my phone and I'm not showing my face, I'm a little bit more uninhabited and a little bit more unhinged potentially. I was also ill when I was doing some of the filming, which just meant, okay, yeah, that's it. Nothing new. We got Fujin. I'm happy with this for now. We still have 2 more days, so I'll be back in a couple of days to do my final pulls, and then after that we can kind of review and assess and start preparing to get into the game, which I'm so excited about. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.